Yo, what's up guys, it's PrimeExPlayZ here. Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video I'm going to be talking over why Apex Legends is such an awesome game. Now this isn't my gameplay. I'll put the guys link in the description who gameplay it is. I can't get gameplay at the moment, but when I do I'll post it straight out for you guys. Anyway, thank you guys, thank you man so much for letting me use this, if you do let me use this. Anyway, so Apex Legends, when I first heard about this game, I thought, okay, it's just going to be one of those crappy free games that come out and it's going to be like Fortnite. Actually, it's completely different, and let me explain why it's completely different. So, when this game first published, that was about a couple months ago, it didn't get much attention the first month, until Ninja made one video about it, and then that just blew up. In my opinion, I never liked Fortnite, and it wasn't an amazing. It wasn't actually a good game. Right, fair enough for the people who made it, and yeah, they did a good job on sponsors, and just they did it very well and managed it very well. But in my opinion, it just wasn't a great game. It didn't capture my interest anyway. When I found out that Apex Legends was made by the same creators as Titanfall, I got immediately interested in, okay, it's going to be the same game mechanics, same weapons, and same sort of story in some ways. And I was right in some marks, but in other marks I was totally wrong, and I was glad to be wrong. I didn't want this game to be a repeat of Titanfall. At the same time, I wanted something new when it came to Battle Royales, and this game brought something that no Battle Royale has, and that's operators. Now, in my opinion, operators are quite good for games, but I think they're overthrown in certain games and used too much. In this game, it's a lovely balance where the operator's abilities aren't overpowered, but at the same time, each operator has their own take onto the game. There isn't one operator that overpowers everyone else. They all have different abilities and different ways of helping teammates out. The weapons, about, I think 80% of the weapons in the game are from Titanfall 2, or from Titanfall in general, and I love that because you get to revisit some weapons, or new players get to revisit weapons that they've never seen before, and they're saying, okay, I've played this game, this is what it's going to be like, I'm glad I'm get a chance to play a game that's Battle Royale. And it's basically making players think more about the Titanfall series as well. It's bringing Titanfall back into the shadow as well. It's not technically making a Titanfall game again, but it's making it more of a roundabout game. Now let's talk about actually the gameplay of the game. Now, in my opinion, I find the gameplay extremely close to what Titanfall is. The movement system, the run system, and the grappling system, the sliding system I absolutely adore. I love when you crouch, your gun's tilted. It's just such a cool and futuristic type thing. I think what this game does extremely right is the marketing. They haven't pushed it with ads that much. They haven't given it a lot of spotlight, and they just decided for the community itself to build the game. Now, Fortnite, they pushed everything at the start to get this game out, and no one, these guys didn't even need that, because they had such a good following on Titanfall that decided, you know what, we're going to make this new Battle Royale, and it's going to be topping Fortnite. Now, in my opinion, I don't think it will top Fortnite, and the reason being is because Fortnite was so heavily drilled into every kid's freaking brain that this game is just, it's an older version of Fortnite. And kids games, if you do a kid game well, like Fortnite did, it's hard to really go against that when you're trying to do an adult game. Now, Apex Legends can get quite lonely if you're playing solo. You can't really choose to play solo. You automatically get spawned a team of up to 4 people, I think, including you. Is it 4 people? 3 people? I know, 3 people. I haven't played much of it, but up to 3 people. And in my opinion, I think that's pretty even number. It's a pretty nice number. It's an odd number, but you catch my drift. Anyway, And when your teammates do die, and that does happen a lot because most people in this game are absolutely toxic. Anyway, when people die and you're left alone, I don't have any good tips to give you, but if you are left alone, my main tip is to try to get into the circle as quick as possible. If you see a circle pop up, please rush there as soon as possible. It's better to get an advantage on people than not. There is types of people who like to play it where they just camp until the actual circle comes in and they're rushing against the circle coming in, but that's your type of strategy. My strategy is getting to the circle as quick as possible, holding down a building, or holding up an vantage point where you can see people and possibly track them again or target them if they're coming. Now in the gameplay here, they're holding down one specific area just because it's at the edge of the circle. People will be coming down that way, they can get kills, they can move around a bit, they can basically have a bit of freedom. And fair enough, that's how people like to play it. Again, thank you so much, man, for letting me borrow this. If you do let me borrow this, props to you. Your channel link will be down in the description, the video link will be down in the description, and all full credit goes to you, man. Another reason why I think this game will not as such do better than Fortnite, but will probably top it for a while, is it now has an amazing following. If you think about it, Apex Legends has only been out for about 2 months now, and the whole game has grown significantly well. Judging by the ratings of it and player count, it's gone up by millions of players in the first 2 weeks it was launched, and then when YouTubers started making videos on it, it raised to I think a couple million after that, and that was just that was literally a month after the release. Or this game, sorry, it is not pay to win in a sense. There isn't supply drops to a point where you can purchase them. You can only purchase cosmetics that are actually quite good. I do like the reward system where every time you level up, you actually gain I'll say supply drop, but a little unit drop, I call them, is where they just give you cool cosmetic items or challenges or little stuff on your calling card and a lot. So I really love the way they actually did that. But yeah, this game has grown significantly well, and I think this game will grow. So if you guys keep on playing it, it's gonna be an awesome game, and I'll definitely get we'll try to get some gameplay out of it anyway. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did like, please share. Again, I'll get this guy's channel linked down in the description. Thank you so much for letting me use this, and also if you guys want more of this, please put a thumbs up, please share and like, and also if you're new, please subscribe. That would be awesome. Anyway guys, on to the next video. I will see you guys there. Bye.